Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a Midrank Madness game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. My screener Sniper Monkey went through all of them, chose this one among others, so I'm going to cast it. Midrank Madness is just diamond or platinum level replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Midrank Madness. Alright, so going to be a 2v2 here on Dusty Gorge. I have played 2v2 on this map a lot, and these ramps are very easy to wall off, and you have a shared space back here to expand, so I kind of feel like Protoss and Terran like this map. Okay, so Team 1, hereby known as Captain America team, is going to be the red Protoss player. It is Salamander, and his blue Zerg teammate, it is Colors, with the U, so not American, like any other country on Earth, though, possible. And on the other side, it's Team the Joker, generally what we call this purple and tealish. It is the purple Terran player, Death's Bane, and the teal Terran player, Quasar. All right, so I don't know who's going to be the winner here today. I don't watch these in advance. That's what I have screeners for. So it's going to be interesting. Terran versus Protoss Zerg. I feel like Protoss Zerg obviously has a lot more to work with when it comes to compositions and choices of what they can do to deal with the Terran opponent. But Terran, like two Terrans going full Marine Marauder Medevac with some Lackwood mines in there. That's a lot of Terran, man. That's a lot of output. So we'll see if that's what we get or not. Somebody might just go for Battle Cruiser because Terran loves Battle Cruiser today and tomorrow and yesterday. And the Zerg player, oh, chewing on ice. When you get a drink, there's a little ice cube in there. Thought they were all melted. Anyway, hatch first here from the Zerg player into a extractor pool, so nothing too crazy from him on the other side of the map. We're just making Marines. Over on the Terran side of things, both players actually going for Marines. You know what's actually pretty decent is both players going mass Marine. Like a 3-racks Marine play is really interesting to deal with. Especially if you're the Zerg. You're like, I don't have enough lings to handle all of this, but Protoss can handle a little bit better just because Stalkers exist and whatnot. However, +1 Reaper plays. Haven't seen them a lot, but Ruff has a build where he goes +1, makes a ton of Reapers, and they're surprisingly good against Protoss, against Zealots and Stalkers too. Colors is going for a third hatch at 2.5 minutes, man. He's playing this like it's a regular 1v1 match. Nobody has scouted anybody, and he's just like, you know what? You know what's going to be good? I'm going to go regular macro style here. It'll be just fine. And in my experience, that does not work out. 2v2s are way too cheesy. There's way too many times that somebody's going to go for, like I said, the Reaper play, or a lot of Lings and Banelings, or maybe a ton of Adepts are going to flood in. I have not felt safe going for a third hatch at 2.5 minutes, pretty much ever, in any of my 2v2s I've ever played. So we'll see if it works out here for Colors. Getting that second gas up, which is totally cool, droning up quite a bit, and really looks like that's a factory going for, I assume that's +1 attack, it certainly is. And then his teammate doing pretty much the same thing here without that upgrade. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, no harassment on the Zerg player really leads me to believe the Zerg player is going to be just fine here. He's going to be able to macro up super hard as he can here in the first, few minutes of the match. APM check on these guys, sitting around 100 each. Woof, purples averaging 214, spamming up as high as 400 here from time to time. So this guy is serious business so far. So Marines, Hellions, finally moving out with actually a couple of Adepts and a Warp Prism. Surprising strategy here against the Terran, which I don't think I've ever seen that. Nukes on the way from Quasar, though. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. There are Marines and a Hellion, so that's just not going to work out for your little drop, period. Get out. Run. Yeah, man. Teal's going for nukes. Quasar. Where are my nukes at? There it is. There it is. Sneaking it up back there. Oh, Warp Prism dies. Adepts make it in. And they're going to die here. They can't shade out, unfortunately, and they're not all that fast either. So, whoa. You could... Oh, he's trying to deal with the shade. Cool. Yeah, that did not go well at all for the Protoss player. Lost the Warp Prism, lost a couple Adepts for effectively nothing there. I mean, what? 3 total Marines died for 2 Adepts and a Warp Prism? Yeah. Not good numbers. Not good numbers at all. Mortal out here for the Protoss player, though. That's pretty good stuff. Mortal's pretty decent. Unless your opponent's going for, nukes and a lot of Marines, in which case Immortals aren't going to be the best option of all time. There we go. Got our first Marauder out. Got those, like, knives on his arms there. They almost look like needles. They're so skinny compared to the rest of his arm. Comparatively. Robotics Bay coming in. Ooh, yeah, Colossus. Colossus versus all these Marines would be fantastic. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I see from Death's Bane. Getting in there, seeing what your opponents are up to, and then responding appropriately. So nuke is done. And I don't see any teal moving out across the map. There's an observer seeing what Purple Terran is working on down here. Couple Immortals now. Zerg player really just droning up super duper mega ultra hard. I mean, he's at... Jeez. He's at what workers here? Can I... Units tab says it is a total of 45. 45. The Protoss is on 45 too, though. And 26 and 30 for the Terran. So yeah, Protoss chrono boosting out really hard. Double saturating, fully saturating 2 bases. 4th base? Colors, what on earth, man? Seriously? 4 bases at 5 minutes. I mean, in fairness, the Terran players have been ridiculously passive here today. I don't know what this guy is even worried about. Maybe he thinks a Baneling bust is coming, or some kind of like a Stalker Colossus push, which, yeah, at this point, yes, Colossus are on the way, and Extended Thermal Lance are coming too, but not for a minute. Going for double forge, going for a Twilight Council for charge on his Zealots. Creep spreading is okay. I mean, at least all the bases are connected by creep. I guess that's the important thing here for colors. Even this new base is connected by creep. It's not even done yet. That's pretty good. 3rd base on the way from the Protoss. Okay, so you're just getting out macro Terran, guys. You need to go drop now. Go throw down a nuke now. There's a ghost in this medevac. It's time to move. Are we ready to move? Oh, there are still a couple slots open in that medevac. We can't go yet. Man, where would a nuke be good? I mean, is there any detection at home? Not really. Or how many observers do you have? Protoss player. Just the one, and it's on the other side of the map. Oh! This could be good. This could actually be pretty good. Although, it's Cloak... Nope, Cloak has not been researched. So, we're going to go south. We're going to go north with these medevacs. Either way, you got to be sneaky with it, because there's no detection, but you don't have Cloak either. Man, at least get Cloak if you're going to go for nuke rushes here. Alright, so they're actually dropping... I like this. Dropping at the same time on different sides of the map so the teammates can't really help each other. Boy, just dropping right inside the main, huh? Alright, cool. So that queen's going to die real fast. And then into the main base, if Protoss is going to try to respond to help out with this. Oh, Infestation Pit going to get sniped down, dropping in the mineral line of the Protoss. A lot of probes going down up here too. Serious problems to the economy and a nuke on top of it. Where is that ghost at? Well, he's going to die because, again... If he was cloaked, it'd be a much different story there. Actually, most of the units are alive here for a purple drop. Keep it going, man. Go find him. He's like, all right, fine, I'll keep it going. I'm going to try to take down this lair. That'd actually be pretty good. Getting the Spire would be awesome if, you know, enough of your guys could get it there and protect it. So yeah, Zerg, too greedy, man. He had pretty much no units at all with which to defend this drop. Spire goes down, doesn't even get canceled. Dropping at the 3rd base a little bit here with a handful of bio. Not really boosting around either. Yeah, so the lair gets crushed here by the Zerg player. What is going on? Marauder can out-heal the damage by those broodlings. Unload, get the Infestation Pit. Keep it going. Are you seriously? I guess, okay, new base is probably better in this situation. Yeah, so queen down. Zerg player making 15 Infestors. I was trying to figure out what the heck he's trying to do with all of his money. And it's 15 Infestors. Spawning pool down. Should have killed the Infestation Pit, man. You're going to get mass Infestor to death. Man, he really hates those broodlings, huh? He does. Colors is down to 86 total supply. Oh, Infestor's popping out, getting killed immediately there. Pathogen Glands is not done yet. The Vikings on the way to deal with the Colossus. And this other hatch is going to go down. There's nothing to save this. It's effectively a 2-basing Zerg right now with 1 million Infestors who don't have Pathogen Glands. The Infestation Pit might be covered by this creep and might not actually end up dying there at all. Death's Bane is working on 2,000 minerals and 700 gas, making additional production facilities. Salamander says, do I have to do everything around here? How on earth does my Zerg player have nothing? He's not complaining about it, though, at least as far as we can tell. Yeah, Colossus versus this Bio Teal is in a lot of trouble. Chain Fungals, though. We have enough Fungals to do a lot of good stuff here. Infestors out of energy, though. Gotta run for their lives. Stim in. Do you not have stim? Just stim in there, man. Oh, medevac actually does not get picked off. That's kind of a huge deal. There we go. Now it gets picked off here. Marines, Marauders trying to take down these Queens, which is pretty fantastic. Meanwhile, just walking into the main base, trying to unload defense into a bunch of Adepts with Immortals. The Colossus are gone thanks to the Vikings. That's pretty good, but the Protoss army is still killing stuff here inside the main. The starport goes down. Marines and Marauders are fighting against infested Terrans, which again is the only thing that our Zerg player can do. Stalkers come in to fight against these Marauders. Not actually the greatest idea, but medevac does go down. Liberator shows up to take down a base that doesn't have any mining going on it at all. Salamander continuing to just crush Teal on the other side of the map right now. You try to nuke me, I have a personal vendetta against you and your buildings. Infestors come in for the chain fungal again. Going to lose a couple infestors in the process. Liberator actually taking down Salamander's natural base just with impunity here. Adepts here to deal with Marauders, which, okay, I guess. And Infested Terran's going to help finish those guys off too. But this Liberator is racking up the kills. There are no workers remaining. Oh boy, dropping the Vikings down here at Salamander's base. Purple came up to help Teal out, save his stuff. Absolute chaos on the map right now. Vikings getting some damage done to get that Nexus, but can't snipe it off entirely. The heck is our army supply? I mean, it's not great across the board. Purple actually winning with 1,900 and 1,000. His army happiness sitting back home, though, for the most part, it looks like. Boy, Protoss player losing all of the probes. Why would you fight against Vikings with probes? Yeah, 4 probes. 4 probes remaining, 27 drones, 19 SCVs, and 34 SCVs for Death's Bane. Oh, and the Stalkers are here to deal with the Liberator, who, again, cleared out this entire mineral line here. Okay, so both teams can take a bit of a breather now. The attacks are over. Their economies are generally in the toilet. And again, the Protoss is only on 2 base anyway. It's not like he's in a fantastic position overall. He should at least have a 3rd base by now. I think we were fooled by the early APM, you guys. It has really settled back down here at about 100, which good. It is good. It is Midrank Madness level, but is not the 250 consistent that we were promised early on. To be honest, it reminds of myself. I've started APM spamming in the first parts of the game, and it gives me some nice APMs overall, but man, does it settle down eventually once things aren't going a little bit crazy. Liberator taking several million shots to try to kill these Overlords, and can't do it, man. 1 HP on that Overlord. Almost got it. Not that it would have supply blocked colors at all. He's got 36 supply out of 82 available, but he is trying to rebuild. He's replacing his main base. He's got these Infestors, and that's literally it. Honestly, Terran player needs to pick up, get over, kill the Zerg player, because there's no way you can handle all of this. You do worry about the chain fungals, though, which is why I'm concerned you're going for so many Marines. Marauders would be a better answer here. They're just tankier. They can take more fungals before they actually die. And if you bring the medevacs along, it doesn't even matter, really. And by medevacs, I mean, make some medevacs, because you only have 2. Where the heck are they, though? They're over here protecting still. They're still protecting Teal as he tries to rebuild from the great Protoss attack of about 3 minutes ago. Zealots are out for the first time for Salamander. I think this is the first time we've seen Zealots. I do love that skin, though. The Purifier skin is beautiful. Man, I love their claws. Zoom, zoom. 2 of them just look so good. Reminds me of Logan. Reminds me of X-23. Phoenix flying around trying to get some stuff done, but the Marine count is ample to where the Phoenix shouldn't be able to do enough here. Any missile turrets, though? Not, but there's a couple Vikings, which are actually a pretty good idea, too. Zealot, Stalker, Colossus, Warp Prism here. Salamander, again. What the? 28 probes? He was at 4 probes not that long ago. Well then, I say. A 3rd base is here for Death's Bane now, and a 3rd base is actually here for Quasar too, which we noticed earlier. So we're 3 base to effectively 4 base. Zerg player still is recovering nicely from the problems that he had earlier. But guess who's here now? The entire purple Terran army. Fusion Core on the way, actually, from Quasar. And more Infestors. Dude, Death's Bane is going for the mass Infestor play, which is insane. Colors leaves the game. He doesn't even try for the chain fungal thing. Dude was, I don't know what he was doing. Dude was messing around is what I say. Oh, Phoenix trying to kill these medevacs. No. Sorry, Stalkers try to fight in here. No, actually not against all of this. No. The Colossus doing pretty well here against this Vile from distance, especially considering Stalkers are buffering for them. Oh my gosh, they're doing way too much damage. 5 kills and 11 kills here. Alright, so that's a complete waste. Salamander, you're on your own, buddy. You're still getting the resources that are being generated by these bases from colors. Oh, getting dropped up here at the third base with Vikings and Marines. Such an annoyance here. Actually trying to focus down the Nexus while these Stalkers try to prevent that from happening. And you know what? I think they're going to get it. They do. And the medevac trying to juke around. Does he not know about boost? I feel like he's always very slow with his medevacs. Because a boosted medevac probably would not have died there. Salamander, 76 total supply to 58 and 120. Death's Bane. I'm thinking here, has got this game won. He doing pretty good with his macro, still floating about 3,000 minerals and 1,700 gas. And his barracks are, there you go. Let's go get those things going, man. Double pump those Marines. Produce. Salamander says, I gotta move across the map. I gotta get something done here. Yeah, land the Vikings and take down these drones. Exactly. Oh, hang on. Heading home. He recognizes there's an army. Tries to pick up a medevac. He does get one. Does get an almost full medevac there. 3 Colossus, though. Pretty scary stuff right now. Is he going for this? He's trying. He's trying to get on top of... What is even... He's running around in circles inside the death areas. What is this micro? He didn't even get any shots off on those Colossus. I thought he was stimming forward to try to take those down, but nope. Not at all. So, officially still 2v1ing it here, everybody. Did those Vikings actually land? They've been thinking about it. They've been overlooking these drones for quite some time. Colossus. Oh, it's just Marines, man. That is just Marines. The Marines have 1-1, which is not ideal for a 17-minute match at this stage. Yeah. Hey, the battle cruisers have arrived, though. Hey, battle cruiser operational. And everybody runs. We've got 1, 2, 3 Stalkers in this group. That is not enough to handle 2 battle cruisers in any stretch of the imagination. Vikings need to land, dude. Come on, Quasar. You got to stop this income coming to the Protoss player. It's helping him out a lot. He's actually sitting on 7,000, 1,000. Quasar spending his money better than anybody else, but he also has the smallest army, which does not bode well for him. Battle cruisers, though, really good at taking up supply, as it turns out. And spending money, too. Salamander trying to scout here with one of his dead teammates' overlords, which is fun. Protoss trying to wander this way. Hey, the Vikings. Guys. What is even happening right now? Okay, well that whole drop got wiped out. Death's Bane not paying attention to the drop. Wow. Salamander just took the lead here today. He's at 116 supply. Blinks a little bit unnecessarily there. He's got a ton of Stalkers out to deal with these battle cruisers. I think he has the right answer, folks. Yeah, I mean, this third base is effectively unprotected here for Death's Bane. There's nothing. There are some Vikings here, sure. Battlecruiser picked off in the sky by this ginormous, scary Stalker ball, which do have 3-3, by the way. The upgrades for Salamander are winning it at this stage. The Vikings are trying to sneak around the backside and take down these Colossus. The third base going down. Tank on the high ground. Trying to get rid of all of these Stalkers, but again, they've got that +3 armor, which is pretty fantastic. The Marines trying to kill them. Blinking up, which just shows how confident Salamander is in this situation. Colossus are just racking up the kills. 36 kills on that one. Vikings, bam. Taking down one of the Colossus. And another one possibly here. Swinging from the other side. Getting double teamed. Colossus are gone. The Stalkers decide not to fight on their own. And with the retreat, the Terran forces are at peace once again. Just kidding. The Stalkers are coming back in. They want to kill those battle cruisers so bad. They can probably kill these Marines too. Again, 1-1, not that great. Against 3-3 Stalkers. Our purple's upgrades. He's got 2-2 and combat shield. Hold on. He does have stim. Okay, he has stim. Dude, Quasar doesn't have stim. What a weird 2v2 this is. Trying to float his buildings away to rebuild another time, but I think Protoss has this thing. If all he has to deal with is Quasar, he should be fine, honestly. He should be building stuff back home is what he should be doing. He's warping in Stalkers and Colossus. All right. That's fine. Blue moving across the map with his unstimmed 1-1 Marines. Battle cruisers trying to finish off this tiny source of income for Salamander with his 27 probes. Main base actually still has income because he got wiped out earlier. That's pretty good stuff. Let the unstimmed Marines go. You gotta help your guys out, man. You gotta help your battle cruisers win this thing. Good blink around to avoid the battle or avoid the Marines. Stalkers fighting as well as they can. Trying to kill the Stalker group. Can't quite do it though. They don't have the upgrades. They don't have the stim. They don't have the medevac support. And the battle cruisers jump over to take care of Colors, or what remains of Colors. I'm going to assume those Vikings actually landed and killed some of these drones, because drone count is not that high for Colors right now. Killing Overlords is an utter and complete waste of time. Also, you just used your jump. So what you need to do is kill all of these drones, because it is benefiting Salamander with income. I guess maybe benefit from the high ground a little bit here. So the Stalkers don't know where you are, except now they do because you're flying over to where the infestors are. Man, 3-3 Stalkers are so good against battle cruisers. Yeah, okay, so those are done. Quasar's down to 65, 71 total supply. Reestablishing his new base. Up at the top side here is Death's Bane. He does still have engineering bays. Still got a factory here. This observer is still observing what remains of Deathsbane's base, which is hilarious. Honestly, it is. Salamander floating about 4,000 minerals here, getting some Void Rays to deal with the battle cruisers that are still in production by Quasar, so it's not a bad idea to keep going there. Battle cruisers can deal with cannons pretty well generally. They do have... No, they don't actually have any upgrades to speak of. So completely unupgraded, including Yamato on those dudes. Salamander forcing his way up a ramp to just deal with Quasar as he knows best by killing his production. It turns out it's hard to make more battle cruisers as if all of your starports are dead, which is what he's going for here. Void Rays with prismatic alignment. Doing pretty well here, although it would be better if you're fighting a range of cannons and maybe some shield batteries too. Like, you can't do 1-to-1 Void Rays, but cost to cost, Void Rays are pretty fantastic there. Alright, so battle cruiser gonna pop, just pops in the nick of time here, just in a position to get wrecked by Void Rays and Stalkers. Goodbye, goodbye, friends. Battle cruiser jumps over here to help kill the Zerg stuff because there's less over here to worry about. Man, this game is coming down to it. It feels a little bit base racy, although battle cruisers not the best when it comes to base racing. Oh my gosh, get down the ramp, Stalkers. Get down the ramp. Get down, get down. At least they took down all the starports, though, so that's pretty good. So no more battle cruisers for Quasar. This is what he has. This is what he's going to try to kill the entire Protoss army with, is these 3 battle cruisers. He's going to lose all of his SCVs, though. Man, Purple's trying to get back in the action here. He's got 2 bases. He's got a pretty decent economy off of 1 base here. Trying to boost Marines here against these Colossus and Stalkers, which, man, not really what you want, to be honest. A ton of Marauders would do so much better in this situation, in every situation, honestly. Wiping out what he thinks is left of Deathsbane, because he doesn't know this exists. Viking ends up landing, got 4 kills, trying to kill all of these drones. The battle cruisers jumped back to safety temporarily, but let's move back in. Just throwing up a ton of cannons with shield batteries over here, Salamander, on his basically 1 remaining source of income. Can't expand anywhere. He's trying to take the center base, but no. Oh, the Stalkers, I think they were just chasing the battle cruisers and they just ran into this base. That's amazing. That is some bad luck for sure. And then expanding up here is Quasar to the gold. So I feel like they're on TeamSpeak or something. They're chatting with each other because their attacks and their expansions are fairly well coordinated. Unfortunately, Salamander's map awareness is too good to allow that to happen. Does shut it down quite nicely here. Just take a while to build static defense when there are battle cruisers wrecking it. Hey, found it. Found Deathsbane. And I think that's it. Deathsbane has left the game. Salamander comes back from a 2-1 deficit. He loses his teammate in a 2v2 and ends up getting the win. There's just not enough from the other team. There's one battle cruiser remaining. There's no comeback this time. Oh, the Stalkers found the battle cruiser. All right. Well, I don't know what's even left. Nothing. Salamander and Colors get the win. Colors went back and looked at his match history after this and said, huh, won that game, in which I tried to go Mass Infestor. I don't think he actually tried to go Mass Infestor. I think what he did was he was trying to go 4-base real fast, and all he had left was his infestation pit. He didn't have a spawning pool at all at that stage, so he spent all his money on infestors and tried to make that work, and then it didn't, and then he left. And then he won. So, I mean, Salamander should get a 1.5 victory for that. I really, really feel like that's the case. If you carry like this for the last 10, 15 minutes of a game, you should get a 1.5 win onto your overall win-loss record for the season. That was great. That was well done by Salamander for sure. All right, well, turns out Mass Stalker with 3-3 is pretty good against Bio if they don't have great upgrades and if they keep making Marines. So, that's a thing. The Colossus just continually being pumped out there. He lost a couple of them, but replaced them quite nicely. Got some Void Rays to deal with the battle cruisers. Overall, just doing a better job at just adjusting to what your opponent is doing. You know what I mean? Just adjusting to your, just adjusting to the Terran players that you're playing against. That was Salamander's job. Resources lost here. 21,000 for Salamander, 28,000 for Quasar, 24,000 for Deathsbane. So that's a lot of dead stuff. Does this work? This does work in 2v2s. Fantastic. 78 probes down, 52 drones, 53 SCVs, 36 SCVs. Just a worker massacre today. 5 Colossus did get sniped down, 48 Stalkers, 1 Void Ray got killed, 23 Infestors, which is all of the units that Colors built here today. 10 battle cruisers died. I'm surprised that Quasar made that many. 13 Vikings, 170 Marines, 22 Marauders, and 12 Vikings for Deathsbane went down. All right, good stuff. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and your mid-rank madness. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Before us, our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. Justice, our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. Sense of soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense a soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Sense a soul, a soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. I sense a soul, a soul in search of the answer.